Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here, and I'm kind of excited for this because I have not had a Central Waters beer in quite some time. I don't think, this could be wrong, I don't know if I've ever had a Central Waters beer out of a can before. So this kind of piqued my interest when I saw it. This is their Two Schulmans Walk into a Brewery. It's a bourbon barrel aged imperial stout. I've had my fair share of Central Waters. I think one of their barrel program is one of the best in the nation. There's been misses, but more often than not, they're hits. But always in bottles, always in 12-ounce bottles. I've always appreciated that. So I went to like a place I go to quite often for beer, and I picked up a couple things, and I was like, I kind of want to review a barrel aged beer. So they had this kind of non-refrigerated section. All misses over there. And then there's a refrigerated section with the stouts and stuff, and I was like, yeah. And I looked at this can, I was like, what's Two Schulmans? I was like, I don't know, never heard of that brewery. And then I saw, oh, wait a minute, this is Central Waters. Yeah, so I'm super pumped. What else do you want me to say? What's on a can? How about that? It's an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels, brewed and canned in Amherst, Wisconsin, celebrating 10 years serene craft beer in collaboration with Central Waters Brewery. Okay, so is this Central Waters? So this is maybe a serene there? Hold on. So it says Serene Distributors. Oh, Serene. That's actually a distributor in New York, I think. Anyway, it's a Central Waters beer. Anyway, because, there's pelicans or storks on it or whatever. That's Central Waters thing. Man, this is off to a great start. Bourbon barrel, 12 ounces in this can. Central Waters Brewing Company. I'm looking for ABV in this sucker. It's got to be on here. Central Waters. I don't see it anywhere. So we're just going to assume it's 12% for the sake of conversation. Anyway, yeah, Serene. There's a local place by me, a restaurant called Tap House 15. That's where it kind of dawned on me. They just had a tap takeover Serene's beers for distribution. So there you go. Anyway, label-wise, not gonna lie to you, don't like it. This is not. I don't like the color combination. It's just not for me. It caught my eye, so that works, but there's something about it. It's just, when you're combining this kind of handwritten kind of calligraphy font with like Avenir bold, and then it's all over the color light blue and that wooden back. I get it. This is the font they use for all their barrel aged stuff. I get it. Just not a fan. Let's put it that way. I need a paper towel. I got sticky icky all over me already. Anyway, throwing stuff. Man, this review's just top notch. Anyway, guess what? That looks like a barrel aged beer. Or it looks like a stout in general. It's just got a big, dense, thick blackness to it. Probably more. Oh no, that is dark. That is very dark, and it has this nice kind of darker than I like my coffee to be color to the head of it. So it looks all a part of something big, rich, and thick. Good nose. That's the good stuff. Oh boy. This reminds me of something. Probably another Central Waters beer, but it comes off as a beautiful bourbon barrel aged stout, at least aromatically. Big, huge roasted malts, a ton of vanilla, decent amount of coconut, bit of that spirit floating around there, soft like precursor to that kind of barrel charriness that I dig so much. It smells like top-notch barrel aged stout, to be perfectly honest with you. The exact ratio combination what I typically dig in some of the better barrel aged stouts that I've had, and this one is definitely up there, at least aromatically. It's giving me the chills of excitement that it's going to deliver in a taste. You never know. Sometimes you just get the aromatics right. At least for me. Spot on so far. Let's just dive right in. Cheers. That's delicious. Full disclosure, a little thin. That's the end of the negative portion of the show here. A little thin. It's more like cola-like. And when you drink it, the carbonation might be slightly overcarbed. overcarbiness. Overcarbiness. There's a word for it. In it, but it just comes off a little bit thinner than I like. Outside of that, I can't believe the amount of coffee I'm getting from this. They don't talk about coffee in this at all. Imperial Stout, aged bourbon barrel, but there's like an insane amount of coffee in this for not being a coffee beer. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's ultra thin. It's just thinner than what I want it to be. But, man, roasty toasty is the name of the game here. You get the bourbon, you get a nice barrel chart to it, you definitely get that vanilla, you definitely get that coconut. What it really is the malt portion of the show here that I think is like the star of the show. Because it's a big roasty toasty malt. It's giving you a nutty roastiness. It's giving you a slightly, not sweetness, it's in the baker's chocolate roastiness, but it really is that kind of, where the hell is it coming from, coffeeness that is out of this world. Very much a coffee beer without having coffee in it, apparently, which is really, really weird. Yeah, it's a serene craft beer. I'm almost like, I thought maybe it was like a coffee place for a second. I'm like, did I miss something? There's coffee in it? But yeah, and it just has this rich roasted maltiness that just marries so well with both the spirit side of things, the bourbon. It's not hyper hot, not over the top big, but it's definitely there. And then you get that nice kind of barrel char in combination with that that coconut vanilla back and forth on that. This is a really tasty beer. If you made this mouthfeel, if you knocked this mouthfeel up a little bit, it's world class, like Mount Rushmore status. It might be Mount Rushmore status or eking towards it as of late. But if you, for me, Mount Rushmore status, obviously, not you. I'm not speaking about anything. You, whatever. Why was I hostile there? I don't know. This is the worst I've ever done in my life. But if you were to bump that mouthfeel up, it might be like Mount Rushmore status of all time. That's how good of a beer it is, because how vibrant it is on all aspects, without anything getting overtly heavy-handed. The most heavy-handed part of this beer is the coffee, yet there's no coffee involved. So that gets me all hot and bothered, because my favorite thing in the world is beers that taste like things without using the things that they taste like. You know, a lot of people in today's world try to make a lot of like pastry stouts because, you know, a really great barrel-aged beer tastes a little bit like dessert. So people are like, well, why don't we just put dessert stuff in it? It's just not the same. You know, the coconut you get from a barrel is way different than the coconut you put into a beer. And then when you can create a beer, stout or otherwise, that gives me the idea of tasting like something without adding those ingredients, it just kind of gets me all kind of hot and bothered. And that's what this is doing here. It's giving me the vibes of one of the best, one of the better, especially as of late, coffee beers that has no coffee in it, which is just bonkers crazy, but at the same time, fun to think about. So, roasted malt, nutty, chocolate, coconut. Oh, sorry, coffee. Then the vanilla coconut, a little bit of barrel char, nice spirit, nice bourbon involved. And then just that mouthfeel, again, like I said, not thin, but thinner than what you'd like, in a really tasty package. This is one of the better barrel-aged stouts that I've had as late. Mount Rushmore status, very, very close to the top. Is it one of the better coffee beers I've had as late? Yes, Mount Rushmore status. There's no coffee in it. I think we're done. Yeah. Oh, value and availability, $18 off the shelf, 4-pack, 12-ounce cans. I dig it. I can get down with that. Barrel-aged goodness at that price point. You got me. And leave you with, if you like what you like this. If you like barrel-aged beers, you're not hung up on mouthfeel, and you like coffee in your beers, you'll dig this. Even though there's no coffee in it, as far as I know. If you dig that, you'll dig this. So there you go. A review in a box. Hopefully you enjoyed. Central Waters, have you been to the brewery? Have had their beers? Have you had this beer? I'm really curious to see if everybody else out there has gotten the amount of coffee they got off of this beer and what you think about it. And tell me about your mouthfeel experience. And what's your favorite Central Waters beer? Mine's like, I forget what it's. They make Peruvian Sunset and Cassian Sunset. I don't know which one, but I think one of those is my favorite ones of all time. Maybe. We'll see. There you go. Review in a box. Hopefully you enjoyed all the stuff down there. Hopefully you're enjoying some barrel-aged beer right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.